Hey everybody, did the whole breakfast casserole yesterday. Told you we were going to do bean soup today. So here we go. Everything is already diced, cut up, and everything like that. You have to boil the navy beans for 8 hours. Let it soak so it softens up. They're straight hard. You can't really go anything else. My girl cut up carrots. I diced up onions. Like I said, everything's already been pre-cut and diced for us because, well, we did it. Got celery. My girl's right now putting everything in a pot to saute it. We got ham, sliced up ham. I just got done doing. And what is this?
Ham hocks.
Ham hocks.
Bone in and the fat, it gives it flavor.
Apparently you put the bone in it, it gives the whole thing flavor. We got seasoning going to be going in there. Ground white pepper, ground mustard, oregano leaves, bay leaves. Anything else I'm missing here?
No.
I mean, we got the ham, we got the navy beans, the onion, diced. You can actually cut the celery and the onion and the carrots any way you want. She's had this before, so I guess she figures it's better to dice it. This is my first time actually going to be eating it, so I guess we'll figure out what happens.
It's my first time making it. It was Papa.
Well, it's her first time making it, but she has had it before. I'm pretty sure a lot of people has had this before, not me. Let's take a look and see, because apparently you're going to need a big pot to do all this, and the inside of it is getting sauteed right now. As you can tell, everything's going inside.
I don't think I'm going to use all the beans neither. There's like 2 pounds there.
Apparently the beans grow a lot when you soak them for 8 hours, because it looks like a lot more than what was put into a pot to soak for 8 hours.
Well, even when you soak them, they're still hard.
We're going to be putting ham flavored concentrate powder mix in, give it more of a hammy taste, I suppose.
Well, this is the first time I'm using the ham hocks, so I'm going to wait to use the ham flavored until the end, kind of, to see if the ham hocks give it enough flavor or not. But if not, towards the end, that's when you use the concentrate, and that's when you salt it too at the end, because the ham has a lot of salt in it, and using the bones, it gives it more flavor, so we may not need the concentrate.
We did a lot of this stuff diced in and everything earlier to prep it, so there's not many dishes in our way of doing this. With me recording this and her seasoning it and everything like that, we didn't need a bunch of stuff in our way. It's a little bit different when you're not recording, so you don't have a video camera or a phone or a laptop in your way. But like I said, we got the ham cut up into cubes. We got I diced the onions, cut up the celery. She cut up the carrots. She did the navy beans 8 hours, like I said, to let them get softened up because they're apparently really hard. She's sauteing it right now with seasoning. Like I said, again, I'll explain the seasoning. Right now she's doing the ground mustard, the oregano leaves, the bay leaves, and the white pepper, ground pepper. A little bit of oil in the pot to season it up better, I suppose. She had me do garlic as well, as you can tell. Had to take the skin off it, smash it on there to get it all like that for flavoring.
I need to get the water.
Apparently she's got to put water in it?
Yeah.
How much water do you need to put in it?
actually I'm gonna do the beans.
You gonna saute them?
No, we already everything's sauteed. The
Okay.
celery, onion,
Actually smells really good right now.
carrot. It's called the Holy Trinity
The Holy Trinity.
or mirepoix. It's a soup starter.
I'm pretty sure you guys can hear her. It's apparently, as she said, a soup starter. She's never been on doing this before. And like I said, cooking the breakfast casserole, she started by putting the bacon, cooking the bacon and everything like that, putting it together. All I did with that was the eggs, videotape, so people can get an idea of how to do a breakfast casserole. And honestly, I think it's pretty good. We have like 2 pieces left of that casserole dish I showed you yesterday.
You're welcome, hon.
And this, as much as makes here, can feed a lot of people. Like she'll be taking some to her mother, her father, and his girlfriend, and whoever else, because there'll be a lot of it. And this is good for like when you're not feeling good, apparently, stuff like that. It's a soup, so of course it's going to be. She's actually filling it up with water right now out of the sink.
What am I gonna use? Spring water?
As you can tell, I'll show you the rest of it once it's filled up, just so you can know how much to fill up. A lot of you probably have already done this before, maybe not. I got a buddy who thanked me, my friend Willie, thanked me for doing the breakfast casserole video, because he spends a lot of time with his kid and loves his kid, but he's not very much of a cook. So he thanked me and actually suggested I keep doing this, which I was going to do anyway. So it helps people who've never cooked to do other things and get ideas. Now the onions you don't have to dice. You can make them long strip if you want. You can cut it to any way you want that you and your family would enjoy having it. It don't have to be diced. We like it diced because it mixes better for us. The pot looks like it's a little bit more than halfway. She just put the ham hock.
Well, I filled it. I just covered everything with water and put the water in until everything's covered, and then you put it back on the stove and bring to a boil, and then knock it back to low and let it simmer for about an hour.
I'll show you what that looks like, guys, when she's done stirring it, mixes it up, because apparently you have to stir it so it mixes. You can't just have it all in one spot. I turned on all my lights in here so you can see better.
Oh no, you think there's no beans? It is bean soup.
Well, with bean soup, you can add, see? You got to make sure the water covers everything. And as she said, you got to kind of let it boil, then turn it down, let it come to a simmer. Like I said yesterday, the gas is different from the electric. The flames, everything it heats to a different timing, whatever you're using, the electric, the gas. So you got to watch it so you don't overcook everything, overboil everything. I've watched people actually boil where there was no water left, which was crazy. Like I said, because I'm really a clean-up person, I always make sure everything's clean as it goes. As you heard me yesterday when I cleaned the spatula, I like everything to be cleaned up. I don't like my house being messy. Neither does my girl. So everything's always cleaned up. In case y'all never met my girl before, this is my girl Kristen. Everybody.
I gotta add the bay leaf.
Right now she's adding bay leaf to it. I'll give you a turn around, let you watch for a little bit doing it. I gotta move things out of the way. As she's putting it in there.
Just putting one in. Should have got cloves too.
She keeps complaining she wanted cloves. I personally don't like the taste of cloves, but
you wouldn't even know they were in there. And Pop-Up used them and everything, so.
Her grandfather apparently used to make this, and she loved it, so she wanted to give it a whirl. It's her first time actually making it. So.
Nobody can get it right.
And everything actually smells really good right now. I'm not much of a navy bean person. Now, baked beans, Yeah. My mother makes baked bean soup with pork chops and baked with bacon in it, which is actually really good. So this will be my first time actually eating this myself.
You'll like it.
It's not her first time, but it's her first time actually making it.
Yeah, I hope it's alright.
Now see, I'm showing you guys this, and I'm actually learning this myself because I've never made this either.
Yeah, everything's in here.
What about the garlic? Did you
Garlic's in it, went in when I sauteed.
Okay.
So we bring it to a boil. Once it boils, you knock it back to low and let it simmer for about an hour until the beans are soft.
Well, you heard it. She explained it. Once it starts boiling, we'll be right back, okay? Okay, we're back. I cleaned dishes while we're on break waiting for this to boil. It took about 20-25 minutes. I put the rest of the beans in here because you can use these beans for anything else, making baked beans or whatever else. So it's always good to have the extra put aside. And remember, when you do the seasoning, you do it to taste. Okay, it took about, what do you figure, about 20-25 minutes
Yeah.
for this big pot to boil. So at this point, I'm going to stir it to mix everything up with everything that's in there so the flavor gets to it. And I'm going to tell you, when I went outside, came back in, and it smelled really good. Like, literally really good. Now I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. Not a boil, a simmer.
I would do it between like low and medium. Medium low, low medium.
Okay, to a simmer, and I'm going to put the lid on it. Well, first I'm going to show you what it looks like boiling and everything like that. As you can tell, it does look good, correct? And believe it or not, it actually smells phenomenal. Like I said, I turned it down a little bit for a simmer. I'm going to put the lid on it
Leave the lid cracked.
on an angle so it doesn't cause a lot of problems. Because if you don't, anybody that cooks out there knows when you cover it up, what happens, the boil, even on a low simmer, will cause problems. It'll blow the top off of there from the steam and the water rising and everything like that. So we're gonna sit here and let this simmer
About
for
an hour.
huh?
About an hour until the beans are soft.
About an hour or so, okay? Once it's done, I'll let you know. Like I said, about an hour or so. And we'll find out what it tastes like. Alright. Be right back. Alright. It's been a good long while now. Probably about an hour or so. We're taking the lid off the pot after letting it simmer. We checked the beans and everything. They're looking good, tender. Everything looks good, smells good. But what we're going to do now is put, what? Cornstarch in it? To thicken up the...
Thicken it up.
To thicken up the...
It's too thin, the soup, the liquid, so...
So...
I'm gonna take some...
I'm going to have you guys watching while she does this.
Some of the liquid. With some ham in it, I guess.
I'll move this out of the way so you can put it there. Now you can put it in any container, but remember the soup is going to be hot, so it might be a container that can hold the hot soup while you're going to do it.
Well, Pyrex is always good because you're dumping it back into it. Has the spout and all that. So.
Alright. Put it down.
Need a spoon. I don't really like measure it. I just.
She does little by little till the thickness comes up to what we want it and how we would like it.
Well, it says equal parts, but equal parts liquid to cornstarch. But I don't know. I just eyeball it.
Just remember, people, not everybody does directions like that. You do taste to taste. You do directions, it ain't gonna come out the way you want it.
Measurements, no one really does them anymore. And like this was my grandfather made this, so no one has the recipe because he just did it all from memory.
Some sight.
See, you can see it
Taste.
already thickening up the cornstarch. So then, try and get all the lumps out, kind of. But once it goes in the soup and cooks, simmer it for a few more minutes when it goes in.
Take some of the juices, put it in there, and rinse it around so you can get the rest
Good
of it
idea,
out.
darling. You're so smart.
Now that it's in there, it'll start thickening up the juice. It won't look like it with that little bit, but it actually does. People usually cook and use this. You guys know that.
Cornstarch, yeah. So I ran out for cornstarch and spent $50. How do I do that? But
Now she's gonna stir it to thickness.
yeah, the beans are falling apart, so they definitely are done. Turn it up a little so it'll simmer, like medium low.
Now this is something when you're done and you put away for yourselves, or you can give to other people. Whatever you have left, you can actually store it in the freezer to have later.
Now, as you say, you tasted it and you said it.
When you taste it for your seasoning and stuff to see if you need to add more, remember it is hot.
Yeah, so if this is when you can add your salt and stuff. I really don't think it needs salt.
With all the ham in there, ham has its natural salt.
But I am gonna do a packet of the ham flavored concentrate. It's like bouillon cubes and all that. It's for ham. So I'm gonna do one packet, mix it, and see how we do. We're probably gonna need two because these ones aren't that strong, but the bouillon cubes, they're strong. I'm gonna do two. I want it to have flavor. I don't want it to be.
You want
bland.
flavor, you don't want it too strong.
No.
Because if that's the case, you might as well eat the ham itself.
It would be extremely salty. But the ham hocks, they're cooked down. But there's still ham on them, babe, so you can pull the ham off of those when they cool down. Actually, if you want to get the strainer, we can pull them out.
Yeah, but then the longer you leave it in there, the better off it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it simmer a little longer. And then don't let me forget to pull the bay leaf out too at the end.
Yeah, people, please don't forget to pull the bay leaf out because nobody wants to eat that.
But you can already tell it's thickened up some. Looks a lot better. So,
Let me give it a whirl.
go for it, darling.
Smells really good. That's actually really good. Like I said, you go by the way you like the taste.
Well, you let it go for a little longer, let the cornstarch cook out some more, and it'll thicken up.
Because 10 to 1 says if you like the taste, other people are going to like it too.
It smells good. It's not Pop-Pops, even by the look I can tell, but it's mine, and it smells really good. This soup tastes good.
Alright, so what happens is we'll come back after it thickens up. Because you add the cornstarch as you like it. If you want to keep it soupy, you can keep it soupy. If you want it a little thicker, add a little bit more. But we're right back after I pause this and we let it go a little bit longer to until it's done. And then we'll check out everything. After it's done, we put it in a bowl. And we'll let you look at that too, the after look. All right, everyone. It's finally done. Still hot. My girl tore the meat off the bone, left the bone in there because some of the taste still comes out of the bone into the soup. So you just want to leave it in there for a little bit. This is the aftermath of it. I got the bowl. I got the lettuce, the soup, the ham, the carrots, the beans, all in this, and the onion. Now here's the tester. I gotta try it and see if it needs anything or if it actually turned out really good. And it's hot, so. Actually, you don't really need anything. That's actually pretty good. My first time actually eating this. My girl's first time making it and me helping her. Apparently, it's actually really easy to make. It's good for rainy days like today, cold days. It's even good in spring. Then again, it's ham and stuff, so it's good whenever. This will fill a family up and everything. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel. Could use as many views as you guys want to give me, and many subscribers. There's a lot of you out there who already subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. Trust me, I do. And I will continue to keep doing different foods. I'm not sure next time if I'll make shrimp Alfredo or spaghetti with meat sauce without sausage in it. Some chicken noodle casserole. Things like that. If you have anything out of that I mentioned that you'd like to see, make a comment. And hope to hear from you guys soon. Until then, keep cooking and everything. And have a good day.